people out there. Welcome to Success Stories. It's a program designed to showcase men and women who, in spite of the various challenges they may or must have encountered in life while growing up and while trying to achieve their God-given aims and objectives. Today on Success Stories, I have a special guest. My name is Edith Oko-Chapman, aka Mama Niger. I'll introduce my guest after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you have just tuned, please do not change the channel. Success Stories is brought to you by TTV, based Aaron Numerous. I promise I was going to introduce my guest. Today on Success Stories, I have a wonderful guest. It's a man who is quite responsible, a true son of the soil, someone whose life inspires other people. Cherished viewers, my guest on this show today is Mr. Benjamin Mensah. He happens to be the CEO and the owner of chains or group of companies. He is the CEO of Bemiko Group of Companies here in Tamale. To my cherished guest, Director, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
How's the family?
It's a pleasure. They are doing very well.
Okay. Yes, we have looked for you. A lot of people told me so many good things about you. Let me not push you so far. Are you a native of Tamale?
Yes, I was born and bred in Tamale, but my father is coming from the eastern region.
Okay.
And my mother is also coming from the northern region. So I'm 50-50.
50-50. I'm also 50-50. Let's look at your growing up. I know sometime in life you must have run some errands, some petty errands around the home. Let's look at how you started. How was your growing up?
Life is all about challenges. It comes.
Yeah.
It is based on you, the person, to be able to cope up with it. You have your own plans. You have your own plans, as I say, but somehow, by the way, things may not go the way you think it should go. Everything is patient. You must always look on God and focus.
Yeah.
And I think that as a young guy who grew up in northern Ghana, I attended my junior school at St. Joseph's. Okay. And after there, I was supposed to go to the secondary school. But then, in 1995, if you quite remember, there were so difficulties people passing to the SSs or SS graduate passing. So my father advised me and my other junior brother that it is appropriate, he being an artist, why don't we attend technical school so that when we come out, we can get job to do. So we listened to him and we took that step. So I went to the Tamale Technical University, which was Tamale Polytechnic, now Technical University, and pursued painting and decorating.
That's good.
I think when I was in the class, I was one of the best, as the masters think it was. So after my intermediate education, I was supposed to go and do my advance, which is also another 2 years program. So I was being so good, they decided that they have to register me with the advanced students to see what I can make it, which I did, and finally I made it. So after that, I pursued another program in certificate construction technician course 1, which leads to one become an engineer. After which I pursued another again in construction technician course 2, and finally proceeded to the higher national diploma to do building technology. After which I did my national service. I was supposed to be sent to Saboba as a district engineer.
Just a minute. Viewers, the story has just started. If you have just joined us, this is Success Stories brought to you by TTV Best Arab Numerous. My name is Edith Oko-Chapman, aka Mama Niger. With me on this show is a powerful man, a true Ghanaian, a man who is so kind and so peaceful. He is an intellectual. He is Mr. Benjamin Mensah. In a few minutes, We'll be back. Please do not go away and don't change the channel. We'll be back. Welcome back, viewers from the break. If you're just tuning us, my guest on this show today, Success Stories, is the CEO of the Mensah Group of Companies here in Tamale, Mr. Benjamin Mensah, and I'm Edith Oko Chapman, aka Mama Nigeria. Yes, Director. Before we went on break, I think we're trying to talk about the various tertiary institutions you attended.
Yes, as I said, after I completed my construction technician course 2 program, already I did the 1. I came and enrolled advanced. I did the 2. I was supposed to be part of the 3rd-year student of the higher national diploma because the certificates were equivalent to the higher national diploma. I mean the construction technician course 2.
Okay.
So I have to join them in their first year. Instead of me joining the 3rd year, I wanted to go fresh. So I started. When I completed my 3 years program, I was posted to Saboba District Assembly as a district engineer to do my national service. But the Polytechnic thought it wise that I was so good enough, they wanted me to be a teaching assistant. So I was there as a teaching assistant. I taught in the same department that I completed. And finally, when I came out as an engineer, I wanted to leave all the certificates and try to establish myself.
Good.
So from there was where I started to look as to the area in which I can make money and continue with all my activities. So I told it wise that there was this friend who was working with the Driver Vehicle Licensing Authority. Once in a while I visit him. Only for me to go there one day, they told me that the machines that they use to emboss the cars and the motor number plates are not in Tamale. So what they do is that they normally emboss the numbers from Accra and bring them down here. So as somebody who did building technology and there was this course we call entrepreneurship, I took advantage of it and went to Accra and purchased that machine and came down and established that one. So after there, I have to look for people. What I can say again about my life is that life wasn't easy when we grew up. People see me today and they call me Ben as a political figure. I am a politician at the same time and a philanthropist.
Okay.
So life wasn't easy. People don't know how I started. They only know my name, but they don't know my story. At a point in time, I realized all these courses that I've just mentioned, things were not okay for my parents.
Okay.
So when I was doing my construction technician course 1, there was a time I have to leave everything and make my father to paint his car for taxi. So I was a taxi driver. And the challenges that I was having was that because I was born and bred and schooled here, even if I picked my schoolmates, it was difficult for me to take the money. You get it? So it was through the taxi driving that I was able to put down some money to pursue all these courses that I'm talking about. So from there was where I went to the other called higher national diploma. And from the establishment of the embossment center, I realized again that there was the need for one to create another job because one cannot rely on one job like that. So I took advantage of it and established a printing press. What I was so lucky was that I had that opportunity to get visa to travel to the United States. So I took advantage of it and bought the machine in America and brought it and established it because I wanted a situation where I can employ people so that they can also get something for their families. So I established the Bemenco embossment, a printing press. From there, I then realized again that there is good one should continue.
Yeah.
So I pursued another program, and I was able to see that we have vast land in the northern sector. Why don't I go into farming? So I bought a tractor, and what I was doing was that I go to the various villages, they will write their names, and I will use my tractor and farm for them. So that after the harvest, if I farm 4 acres or 2 acres for you, you are going to give me whatever that you have. 2 bags of it. If it is 4 acres that I found for you, you're going to give me whatever. If it is a maize, if it is going to be rice, you give me 4 bags of the acres that I found for you. So from there, I then realized again that the government brought an intervention of before you acquire a license, one must go to a driving school.
Yeah.
So I took advantage of it again and established another driving school that is currently also operating seriously.
So you have a driving school?
Yeah, I have a driving school too. Yes, I have a driving school too.
So I think it didn't end there.
Yes. What happened was that when I had the chance of traveling to the United States, I won the visa lottery. So automatically I was given a permanent resident card.
Okay.
So I was supposed to live in the United States to be working now. But because of my establishment back home here, I think I realized I was making it. So it's good I come back home and take a travel back to the state every 1 year. Yes.
Yes, so I think we'll take a short break, and when we return, I would like to hear something about your infancy.
Okay.
Yes, but before we leave, did you say kerosene?
Yes, I did something like that. So ice water and whatever I was.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. Finish business. Viewers, I think the story is gradually unfolding, and I'm very sure that you are getting so excited because I'm presently getting excited too, because director here is actually unfolding the stories. Look at the story of a young man who started from somewhere, and today God is moving him ahead. We'll be back after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is Success Stories. If you have just joined us, please do not change the channel. I am Edith Oko Chapman, aka Mama Niger. Success Stories is brought to you by Tabia Television, best out of the numerous. My wonderful and cherished guest, Mr. Benjamin Mensah, CEO, owner of Bemiko Group of Companies. We are on Success Stories today. Director, let me look at how you started as a little child. Have you ever sold kerosene like I asked before we left?
Yeah.
Okay, you sold kerosene?
Yes, I sold.
In Tamale?
Tamale.
Yeah, firewood too?
No, with firewood.
You didn't sell firewood. So at the age of 5, what were the errands you ran from the age of 5 to the age of 15? Let's look at that.
Okay. At the age of 5, if I can quite remember, we were staying with I was staying with my parents at a vicinity called Sabunjida.
Sabunjida?
Yes.
Is that not the way
within
to
Yendi? No.
Tamale Central?
Yes, within Tamale Central.
Okay.
So I quite remember when I was attending my primary school at SD, Seventh-day Adventist. That's as at that time, I can say my father was a little bit. He was rich.
Okay.
So for life, from that side, things were okay with me and my siblings.
Okay. But I know you washed clothes for your
Yeah,
parents.
that's what I'm saying. The life is not going to be permanent.
Sure.
At a point when we're growing up, things became so difficult for my father. Yeah. So as a young guy who is coming up, one must be smart enough to see what one can also do.
Yeah, that's true.
So I quite remember my mother went to Kumasi, and when she was coming back, she brought this poha beer, So she also came. It was in Kumasi that they were earlier on. They started selling in Kumasi, so she also brought it to Tamale. So she did it for us, and me, myself and my junior brother, we have to carry it to the market and sell.
I think that goes to say that
yes,
you were quite serviceable to your parents.
Of course.
Were you able to cook for your parents?
That one was very difficult. Up to date, I don't even know how to cook.
You don't know? Part of my manners.
Yes.
You don't know how to cook?
No, with the cooking, I'm not good in it.
Okay. Director, are you married?
Yeah, I'm married. I'm married to one beautiful woman called Ajia Zubaida Alasa.
Good. With some kids.
Yeah, we have one kid.
One kid.
Called
Okay.
Princess Kayu.
Good. We'll pray for blessings. Yeah. So let's also look at other things. I know that life actually is not very rosy. Sometimes it goes this way, sometimes it goes the other way. Sometimes it looks as if one is going to die, but I think with faith, and hard work will push you along. Have you ever been sad in your life?
Yes, with the sadness it comes, and definitely it will go if you are having the faith that everything that happens is from God.
Yeah, let's look at one day, a day you say, for this day, it's like a student writing an essay. Write an essay that ends with, it was a sad day.
As I said, once in a while, I find some sadness within me. Why? Because I am somebody who, if I'm not able to help somebody to do something, I look very sad. Because as a young person who is coming up and have this political ambition, people do come to me with their problems.
That's true.
So I become sad if I'm not able to solve one problem. You get it? So I always want to be blessed in a way that anyone who comes on my way with any problem, I can solve it for that person.
Yeah, you know, sometimes people also say that when they are sad, they don't like it. And it's true, nobody will say, I like to be sad. But I'm just looking at a particular day in life that you will say, this is my saddest day in life. Maybe somebody came and slapped you or somebody disappointed you. You know, sometimes it does happen that way. So let's look at a day that is your saddest day in your life.
I still find it difficult.
You find it difficult? Then we will leave that and come back.
Okay.
Yes. And Director, you are a CEO of a group of companies.
Yeah.
CEO of group of companies. Understand they are group of companies.
Yes.
So let us know. You mentioned about the driving school.
Yes, as I said, the first establishment that I did was the embossment machine that I brought to the driver and vehicle license and to be embossing.
Yeah, you brought it to assist the driving.
Yes.
DVLA.
Of course.
Yeah.
After
God bless you for that.
Thank you. After which I decided establishing my printing press again.
Okay.
From there, I bought tractor and went into farming again.
So your printing press, what is the name? And
it's
what do you do there?
Printing press. We do books.
Books.
Yeah.
Where's the location in Tamale?
Just opposite Justice FM, Lamasheguru.
Justice FM.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Okay. The farming too. You say you.
I do the farming in so many areas. Once in a while, either I take it to the Yendi district or take it to Sablego district, wherever that the farmers will call me.
They need you.
That is well.
Okay. What other companies do you have?
As I said, I have another driving school that is going on. Okay. I've just registered to be into import and export, also Bemengo.
Bravo. You said those who nominated, they said you are very hardworking. A man told me that man is young, but he's so enterprising, he's so intelligent,
yes.
He's so responsible, and he's hardworking. He's very focused. I like that when somebody says that person is focused. And I think I'll say more grace to you. So I wish you God blessings.
Thank you.
And you continue to be hardworking and you continue to relieve people. And I think that is bringing us to something else. You know, with the success God has given to you, I would say that you've been blessed. Haven't you been blessed?
Yeah, call it blessing.
Good. Yes. Have you been able to give out a little of the success God has given to you to other? Have you been able to assist other vulnerable people in the society? You know, they need us.
Okay.
Let's look at the orphanages. They need our attention.
Okay.
So have you been able to?
I quite remember when I was at the age of 20.
Okay.
That I started this my philanthropist job. What I was doing was that I didn't go to the orphanage, but what I did was that I was always going to the hospitals.
Okay.
To give donations.
Okay.
With impacting what God has given me into people, the people within the region can testify to that fact. I am not boasting, but I think that I can be a single person who has actually developed individuals to the extent of they being self-capitalized. If I'm not mistaken, I can be one of the best. Who has developed young guys to the extent of they putting up their own structures and they are living with their families.
What?
Yes.
Yes, and I wouldn't even want you to maybe start mentioning names of those you assisted, because those I've assisted, or even those who nominated you, they told me a lot about you. Yeah, viewers, if you have just tuned in, this is Success Stories. And my name is Edith Kocha, aka Mama Niger for short. My cherished and wonderful guest, a man of timber and caliber, Mr. Benjamin Mensah, CEO of the Minko Group of Companies here in Germany. The story is still unfolding. We are still on the show, Success Stories. Let's hear him out. Director, you are welcome back too from the break. Now, let's look at your happiest day in life. So which day will you say is your happiest day?
What I can say is my happiest day is the very time that I got married to my wife.
Okay.
It's one of the happiest days.
Okay.
The second happiest day that I think would be when the night before the elections. I say that because I am a member of the New Patriotic Party, and I'm looking at what the opponents did to the boy. They went that far to demean him to the right-thinking members of the Ghanaian society. They said so many things about him, but the man didn't mind. He pursued his agenda. He looked more focused. He persevered and finally became what he wanted to be. So it was also another day that I was so happy. And it has given me another motivation that look, if you are perceiving something and you want good thing there, as far as you have your vision, you have to look focused and look on God. God will be with you.
Yeah. And that's what we call success stories. I pray one of these days I'll have the privilege and the honor to interview His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic.
Okay.
Yeah, I quite like that man too. He's quite brave.
Yeah.
And he is like, I don't want to know what is happening. I just want to pursue my God-given aim and objective.
Okay.
That is another success story.
Yeah.
Good. Your siblings, are they all alive?
Yeah, they are all alive. I have two sisters who are senior most to me. The first one is a lady, the second two is a lady. Myself, I'm the third of my parents, and the last one is also a boy.
Yeah, I wish them all God's guidance and protection.
Amen.
Good. I wouldn't let you go until you give a little piece of advice to viewers who are watching us all over the world right now, especially the Ghanaian youths. So Your Excellency, this is a camera. I want you to look into the camera. Just a little advice. Who knows? It can hear the word. Let's go.
Yes, my advice to the youth is where I'll focus. I've come to realize that they are not so much patient in life. They want to get things within a twinkle of an eye. But life is not like that. Life is about you persevering, praying, and looking on God. When the appropriate time comes, He will do it for you. I was not expecting myself to be here today, but as to the story that I gave, I can put up again and say, I'm even putting up a mansion where people think that mansion does not befit me. But through the little thing that I'm doing, I've been able to put up that mansion. So they should look on God and look concentrated and look focused. Almighty God will do it for them.
Yeah. Thank you, Director.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, you mentioned something which I like, which so much touched me. You know, your destiny is not in the hands of any man.
No.
Your destiny is solely in the hands of God.
Yeah.
If only you allow God
to use you.
To use you. With that, I say thank you so much for coming on my program.
It's a pleasure.
You've been wonderful.
Thank you.
I cherish you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on my show. Yeah, viewers, we have come to the end of yet another success stories. It's been wonderful. It's been so interesting having Mr. Benjamin Mensah on my show, the CEO of the Minko Group of Companies, on this show, Success Stories. My name is Edith Okocha, aka Mama Niger, and this program is brought to you by TTV. Best out of numerous. You too can nominate someone to be on this program. You can nominate anybody around you who has a story to tell, someone whose life inspires you a lot.